The hell?
Well, surprise, surprise. Tonight, then the truth.
He knows what you've been up to, Vicky.
Let me show her another side of me. You won't do that. I am ending this now.
What's your end game?
And
That's old news.
yeah, but Alan is like, bruh, I ain't even got time to hear it no more. Like, I have so much other stuff going on. Like, this is like so insignificant right now.
Yo, poor
you don't
Alan
even
though.
know.
Poor Alan though. Poor
Ain't no
Alan.
poor Alan. Ain't no poor Alan. I don't feel not 1 ounce of empathy
Poor
for Alan
Alan,
at
man.
all.
Look, this episode, they was putting them through it. I mean, from Kyle still putting them through it to Dale keep calling them. And then we see what happened with Lily. Crazy what's going on.
Expected that from him, like for him to come and be like, "What did you give him? With this right here." Then she's like, "Do you know what you're doing?" He's like, "You lucky I do know what I'm doing." I'm just like, Bobby, Robert,
More dangerous.
How many sure?
You want a wire?
Then
You going somewhere?
There's nothing more dangerous.
But you gotta keep in mind though, Bobby's military. Bobby is combat trained. Like you do learn some things, whether you're a medic or not, and who knows what his actual other than probably a ranger or something like that, what his job description was in the military. But you know, they you stay in there long enough, and then he is.
I'm going to see it.
They will kill you. Let me show
Priscilla,
her.
after she, has a conversation with him, he says, "All right, now get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich," like they just got to doing something. I'm like,
you know what I mean?
don't get no sandwich.
It
All
was
right, I'll
funny.
make. And then he has the nerve to say, "And make Jason one. He's hungry."
And she's like, now you pushing it. She's like, come on, you see how grumpy he is, you know? It was funny.
To kill him.
All right, all right, all right. What is good? What is good, everybody? It is your girl Tika Deshawn right here at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. And of course, we got to bring the one and only, the homie, the macaroni, the Tony, VACAY-JayTV. What's good, Jay? How's everything going?
What's good? The homie macaroni, Tony.
Ain't no phony.
You ain't no phony. You ain't no phonies over here. What's good? What's good, Tig? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How's everything? How you feeling about this episode and the shenanigans?
Blessed, highly favored, and yeah, this episode once again just all over the place, super messy. Super. This is like the messiest episode to me. You know what I mean? Super
Oh
messy.
yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
about
we
you?
had side chicks in the room together. We had, oh my God, like all
Yeah.
three of them at one time. We had oh, Nancy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Listen, it was all crazy. I'm absolutely here for it all. I'm always here for the shenanigans that go
Yeah.
down on Tyler Perry's
They
The
having
Oval.
side chick conferences now, boy. It's like, let's go to the conference room. What?
Okay.
We gonna talk about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So before we dive in, let's check out the chat. We want to thank everybody for tapping in and tuning in
Hey.
with us tonight. Shout out to Bay for tapping in and tuning in. We
Hey.
absolutely appreciate it. Hey, Bay.
Hey, Bay.
Listen, first on the scene was Bay Law. She said she let me know earlier she was ready for us. And so
Yeah.
I just want to thank you, Bay, for coming through. And we do have others that are watching who are, watching. But again, as I always say, your presence is always my presence. So thank you for tapping in and tuning in. We're gonna have some fun tonight, y'all.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just so excited. So let's go ahead and just kind of chat up a little bit about what we have seen so far in this episode. As always, I got to move my big face.
It's all right. That's all right. All right.
Okay, here we go. So on the last episode of Tyler Perry's The Oval.
That's a good voice. Good speaking voice. Yeah.
Okay, I've been practicing a little bit.
You got
But we saw a couple of people smacking a couple of cheeks and into the office. I know we ain't gonna go into that much because Jay will cut out on me.
That's it. I'm out of here.
However, we did see Simone saw the shenanigans. Sam saw the shenanigans, and of
Yep.
course Eli saw the shenanigans, and everybody was like, "What the hell?"
Crazy, dog.
Look at him.
Disgusting. Like, what is wrong with you two? Like, go get a room for real. You're bugging, bro. You guys are
Listen.
bugging out.
No respect, no respect. And
No
Simone, of
respect.
course, she was heated because she was like, "Y'all just didn't have. You had to do it on the table. You couldn't go, like on the White House table." Like Simone was
Right.
not with it. Simone was not with it at all.
Yeah, man. Just wilding. No respect. No respect. They can care
Nada.
less. They can care less.
Absolutely. But of course, Eli was like, "Look, Simone, I ain't got time for this right now. We have some other things to worry about. Like
Yep.
right now is not the time. We are going through some real stuff. This man just tried to take my life, and I need to talk to Donald all by myself."
Right.
So in
Right.
other words, get out,
Mm.
go find you something to do. He went ahead and told Sam to go get him a suit. And
Mhm.
so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, you don't want to talk about them smacking cheeks? No. It's not a priority for me right now. In fact, I'm disgusted. Okay, I'm gonna go get somebody to clean it up. Yeah, thank you. Like Eli mad rude. Like, you know what I mean? Like to do what he did to her by sleeping with Victoria, putting her in a bunker in the whole night. Like, you should not be talking to Simone like that. For real.
Yeah, Simone definitely is one of the ones that has not really, that we have seen, has done anything bad in the relationship until she found out about Eli and Victoria. And it's like it's all being, all of his anger and aggression and it's somewhat being placed on her. But we're gonna see later on that he gonna give everybody the business.
That's right.
But before I continue, shout out to Letitia, Light Up with Letitia. Thank you for tapping in. Shout out to Queen Ola. Thank you for tapping in.
Hola.
We absolutely appreciate it. I'm sorry, that was baby I clicked on, but this thing be moving and doing what it do. But thank you anyway. Again, your presence is our presence, and we absolutely appreciate it. We absolutely appreciate it.
Yes.
So moving right along, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all stay locked in. We got some good things that's gonna be popping.
Oh yeah.
Got some good things
Keep it locked
popping.
right
So
here.
look,
I'm telling you.
So
Keep it
just stay
locked.
locked in. Simone was being highly annoying in this episode. Her and Lily. Yeah, they both was just doing the
Yeah.
most, but they don't have anything else to do at this point. Like they somewhat love their spouses. They love their spouses, but they don't like what their spouses have done. Now Lily, she's in a whole other different ballpark. She's just ready to take him to the king. She's ready to send Donald to the king.
That's she
But
said.
for the most part, it's just like, what can I do at this point? I'm
Just
stuck.
like the wives conference, the wives that got cheated on conference. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the wives that got cheated on. What we gonna do? I'ma lie to you. You ain't gonna tell me the truth. I'm twisted and drunk. We'll get to it.
Oh yeah, and we gonna get to it because she goes to Alan and asks Alan, "Have you seen Lily?" Like she's ready to tell the business. Simone is ready to tell the business. So of course she goes to Alan and asks, "Have you seen Simone? I mean, have you seen Lily?"
Have you seen her?
Okay, but this moment right here, our girl Nancy has literally crashed out, y'all. She has crashed out.
Wow.
Jay, any comments? I know you know she is not your favorite person.
Not right now.
She's definitely not my favorite person. But any specific comments on Nancy and what she's doing?
What she said at the very end, you guys have seen it. If you're watching this, you already know that you've seen this already, so there's no spoilers here. Why don't we go outside and get some air? You want me to go outside and breathe the air that my son can't breathe? That's extreme. But you need to sit in this, just like you said. Sit in the mess that you made. This is all your fault, Nancy. All of it's your fault. From way back when my man Richard was in the army and you was messing around. And she said, yeah, you heard the whole story. Like, she explained it again, that she wanted to cut it off with Rich's father, with Clarence. Yeah, right. But he made me feel so good, so I kept going. Like, come on, man. You ain't getting no mercy this time, man. You ain't getting no mercy, period. Sit in your mess. It is what it is. I ain't feeling sorry for you at all, okay? This is what you put on yourself. So there it is. No mercy for you. Sorry.
Yeah. She definitely put this all on herself. And she wanted to sit in it, but they're the ones coming in there. Come on, Miss Nancy, let me let's clean up. Let's do, like she said, let me sit in it.
Yeah.
And that's what Nancy was in the crash out room. What do they call those rooms where you go and just break up?
Yeah, just break stuff. Yeah.
That's
you
what
put the glasses on, you put the suit on.
Yes.
But why you do it to your own house? Bugging. Tripping.
Yeah.
But Dale didn't make it any better. Well, if it makes you feel any better, it's my mess too. Like, Dale, please.
Right.
Like, this has been going on for like 3 or 4 episodes. Like, Dale, shut up. Like, Dale, just stop. Please.
Yeah, because Joe, your stuff, you have your stuff, but just let her vent and sit in her stuff. Like, right now, this isn't about you. And we have a habit of, and I do this a lot, I ain't gonna lie. We have a habit of making things relatable, like making it, I've been through that before. But in reality, y'all, sometimes
this is bad time.
A person just needs to be listened to. We don't really want to hear your opinion at that time.
Right.
We just want to be listened to. And that's what, even though she's tearing up her own stuff, this is what Nancy wants right now. She just wants to be listened to. But dang, Nancy, you gonna take somebody out trying to get them to listen.
I mean, she was throwing everything all over the place. I was like, doggone it, Nancy. Again, well, I mean, she got all the money, right? Or unless she spent it all, right? Because
she took just about all of it.
I'm still mad about that. And somebody else is too. We're going to talk about that soon.
For sure. But, that moment. And so then we have the moment, the Bobby baby meeting of the minds.
The Bobby baby.
What would we call this Bobby? You can't even call them the wives, the first wives club. This is like the Bobby baby club or something.
The Bobby baby ladies. The Bobby baby ladies. You know what I'm saying? The only person missing, if it happened, there would be 2 more. If Bobby knocked them down, it would be Priscilla and it would be Victoria, but Bobby ain't get to them yet. And I say yet because we don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
No, we don't know. I'm hoping Priscilla just doesn't, just gets over whatever she's going through when it comes to Sam. I'm just hoping that she does. But even if she get her a side dude, don't let it be Bobby, because Bobby's just worn out at this point. I'm sorry.
Bobby is not the perfect side dude, man. He's the worst. He's the worst. Here we go. Here's the conference.
This the conference. You want to introduce the conference, Jay?
Welcome to the Bobby Baby Ladies Conference. Here we are with these 2 crazy women. One is drunk, one is hurt, but they both smashing the same guy. Who is going to tell the truth? We shall find out. The Bobby Baby Ladies Conference.
Okay.
Jesus.
And Simone just, she... At the end of the day, Lily was like, listen, just tell the truth. This is the only way that I can really talk to you, confide in you, trust you, if you tell the truth. And she asked her, did you sleep with Bobby? And she's just, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Girl, we can tell in your face. Every time you lie, truth is denial. Like the liar, she lies so unwell. That's all I can say.
And Lily basically said, listen, I read everything. I see the crazy look in your eye when he's talking to me. Like, we see right through it all. You don't got to lie. And Lily on point, even though she's intoxicated, she's on point.
Right.
It's like, you don't got to lie to me. If you lie to me, we can't move forward on this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? We can't move forward at all. What's going on, Karima? We can't move forward. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So how we going to work this thing out? And then she went ahead and said, well, before you leave, I just wanted to tell you that your husband and Kyle were caught in the Oval Office. And she's like, so?
Right.
She's like, it doesn't even bother you? And then they were talking about, you know, you're trapped and you can't leave and all of this and that. And, you know, oh, your husband knows everything? Well, I don't know what he knows. All I know is that he likes penis. I was like,
Right.
oh, shoot. I was like, shoot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that was hilarious. But, bruh, it was bad. Pretty bad.
Yep, and she asked her, what was your end game? And she said, my end game is to take this motherfucker out. Like, because he's not going to allow me to just up and leave the relationship. So I got to take him out before he take me out. Either he going to take me out or I'm going to take him out. You know what I mean? So this is what Lily's plan is, but how she's going to implement it, I don't know. All I can say, any advice to Lily, stay out the kitchen, stay off the sherry, stay off of all the alcohol that's in the facility right now, because you're going to get yourself hurt.
But I'm just still wondering how she get drunk and it wasn't even alcohol. It was some cooking stuff.
Cooking sherry has alcohol in it.
Man, like, but she is a lightweight. She is a super lightweight.
I'm sure she found something else.
Man, she's a super lightweight, dog. I can't wait till we get to the Victoria and her conversation. That was
I'm sure she had something at home too. Shout out to Karima, who was one of the members, one of the ruthless addicts on my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We absolutely appreciate you for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So moving right along, y'all. It gets crazier. She goes out and messes with Bobby. Now she's whispering in Bobby's ear, who do you like the most? Who was the best? Victoria or Priscilla, Simone, or someone else? Girl, please somebody go get her some coffee.
Messy boots. Like I said, this was the messiest episode, starting with Lily and Simone. Just super messy. She was all over the place this time, man. Dang.
Yeah, but also before she came out and started messing around with Bobby, she received a message, or Bobby received a conversation or a message from Max, and Max let him know, look, you're an addict. Not she may be on that alcohol, but you on that, you're a sex or addict, addicted to women. Right. So all y'all need help.
He likes smacking the cheeks. That's his addiction. Everybody got an addiction, and that's his.
Definitely. So then we see in the kitchen, Priscilla has made a sandwich, and she literally did not make that sandwich for Jason. She was not playing. But then this was another moment of confessions, and he was honest with her. He let her know that Jason did unalive Jean, and he has done some other things.
Yeah, I was surprised he admitted to it. You know, I think this level of trust is like expanding for these two, because she has given, right? Oh, okay. Oh, what? Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. You know, they've both given information to each other that they didn't have to. So the level of trust is increasing between these two. And I think he's feeling like, she's definitely on his side. And because of that, he's just going to be like, yeah, well, it happened. And Victoria is the one that covered it up, not me. Right. I knew about it, but Victoria covered it up. It's like, man.
And he ain't lied, because for a long time, Hunter didn't know what Jason had done to Jean. So, you know, he didn't lie, but he knew. He, guilty by omission. Shout out to Bebe. She said she became a VIP member.
Yes.
She became a VACAY VIP. So shout out to you, girl. Do it. Get it.
Thank you for
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Make sure y'all hit those membership buttons. Hit those membership buttons, okay?
Appreciate you. Thank you, Bebe. Hey, Bebe. Hey, Bebe. Appreciate you. We appreciate you for real.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your contribution for real.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all, before we continue with the shenanigans that have occurred tonight on tonight's episode of The Oval, we have a special guest for you guys.
Yes,
We
we
need
do.
to know this individual's perspective on the latest episode of The Oval, as well as his specific character. Y'all stay locked in. I got a video for you guys, and then we'll be right back. So listen, y'all, listen, y'all. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Go ahead and hit that share button. We got somebody special for you guys tonight. This has been the voice of reason for the White House. This has been the voice of reason, trying to be the voice of reason in his own White House household. But he seemed to kind of mess around and find out that the grass ain't always greener on the other side. He's fixing his stuff, his audio and everything. Okay, here we go, y'all. With that being said, I want to present to others, or yeah, present to some, introduce to others, the one and only Walter Fauntleroy. He's getting his stuff together, y'all. But here we go.
Am
Popping
I
on the
on that?
scene. Here
Am
we
I
go.
on?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
I
sir.
can't
Yes,
see
sir.
myself. I don't know where I am. Am I clear or am I off? I just want to
Oh,
make
you gotta
sure.
pick it up a little bit. Just pick
If
it up a
you
little bit.
Or maybe I
If
go
you-
down.
yeah, bring
Bring it.
tilt it up. There we go. Tilt
You
it
got
up a
me
little
on.
bit. There we
yeah, there
go.
he is.
Listen,
Yeah.
y'all, we got Sam in the
Hey,
building.
My
you
brother.
know, how we doing? How we doing, beautiful people?
How are you doing, sir? How is everything
Hey,
with
listen, I'm over
you?
here flustered. I got to clean my glasses. My glasses are dirty.
It's all right.
Trying to figure out how to get
It's all
online.
good. It's
It's
Listen,
all
all right,
good.
brother.
I used to be a network administrator. This used to be my background.
Okay.
Now I feel like the older
Whoa.
guy,
It's all right.
but I'm here.
Listen. Listen. I do believe we're all in the
We
same
probably
Oh,
age
are.
yeah,
network,
it
so I
is.
think you're gonna be
Okay,
okay.
Yeah.
okay. I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how is everything? Are you out in LA, or are you, I know you said Pacific Standard Time. Where are you at? So has any of the, and I just want to get it just a little real quick before we dive into everything. How is everything with the fires and everything that's just been going on out there in LA? Are you guys safe and everything
I think LA
okay?
is rebuilding. Yes, I'm in LA. I've been out here for about 16, 17 years. Um, Everything that happened in the Palisades and Altadena is just a complete tragedy.
Mhm.
You can
Mm,
only imagine. My wife has had several people that she works with that have lost their houses. We know a number of people that are struggling. It's just tough. A few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, we had a fire real close to where I am as well, and I literally was right out there with my camera, like, "Oh God, please," But I'm a man of
Right.
faith. You know, I just thought to myself, 1,000 at my side, 10,000 at my left hand, but it won't come nigh me and my family. So I just had faith for, in God for that. And I'm grateful that we're okay.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And we're
Yeah.
grateful that you guys are okay, because that was definitely a challenge. We see these things on TV, they make TV shows about when these things happen, but when it hits in real life, in reality, it's a totally different story. So I'm so grateful that you guys are all okay
Yeah.
out there.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God.
absolutely.
So
absolutely. But
let me
listen,
ask
sir,
you, how y'all doing tonight?
oh,
Hey, we're
listen,
excited, man.
listen,
Yeah,
I just,
we excited to have you, man. Excited to be here, man. We appreciate you coming through, taking the time to be with us, man.
Hey,
We
it's
got
my
a lot of
pleasure.
questions. We got a lot of fans out there who've been, watching you all this time, and man, we just appreciate you and all the work you've been doing.
Oh,
On the
thank
show,
you.
man. You like one of my
Thank you.
favorite characters personally. You know
Thank
what I'm
you. Thank
saying?
you.
And I've
Thank you.
been rooting
Thank you.
for you, and I've been trying to defend you, bro. I've been trying to defend Sam, but it's it's hard,
It's
man.
tough,
So
man. It's
I
tough.
said,
I
Tika,
know.
be easy on him tonight. Be easy.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Be easy. That's it. That's it.
listen, okay, so let us introduce ourselves, because I know you don't know us, but I am Tika Deshawn, of course,
Pleasure.
and my partner is VACAY-JayTV, and we weekly talk about the Oval. We dive in, we get the feminine
Male
perspective, we get the
perspective.
male
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
perspective, and Sam is just one of them characters that has just been showing out, and we just like, wait, how you gonna talk to
Here we
Priscilla the
go.
way
See, here
that
we
you
go.
do? Like, you were wrong,
I
sir.
was
You
wrong.
But he
Well,
was right. I mean, he was good. He was good for a while. Okay.
I,
I mean, we need to
yeah.
go back to the beginning. Okay.
he was
We
good at
need to
the
go back
very
to the
first episode. Like when
so can we call you Sam? It's okay to call you Sam at this point.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
So my brother, let's go all the way back to the beginning.
Yes,
You
sir.
had some feelings. You went to your wife Priscilla, right?
Hmm.
You was ready to, do what married people do.
Yeah, yeah,
And she basically didn't give it up
yeah.
and made it kind of hard for you as a husband to just be there for her. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
that's what I've been saying all this time. Like, yo, she was holding out on the brother. And I wasn't condoning what you did with Victoria, but I
Right,
just wanted
right,
to
right.
start from there where it
Hmm.
started. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see both sides of it, right? As a individual, I completely disagree with Sam did, right? As
Right.
personally, but but
right,
from Sam's perspective, I understand his point of view because I have several colleagues and friends that have experienced what Sam is going through.
Mm,
You have some brothers that complain about, like even from a religious point of view, how they tried to be righteous in terms of waiting with their significant other. Could have got a lot of action, while they were single, but were trying to do the right thing and end up getting married, man, and now can't get none. It's like
that's
it's a
wild.
backward. It's like so it feels like a con to some of them. So I had to
Mm,
take that on and wear that garment and say, well, what does that feel like? I really didn't understand or really empathize with that until I started seeing through the perspective of Sam Owen. It helped me to empathize with what they were going through. Oftentimes, the brothers can't speak to their wives, they can't talk to them, there's like an intimacy even within the relationship, so you can't talk to him. Like when I was growing up, everything I heard was the man needs to be this, he needs to be that, he needs to be communicative, he needs to be sensitive in this area, he needs to provide, he needs to protect, he needs to respect, and govern in that way. But I'm a firm believer in, I'm the head, but I'm not a head. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I want my wife
right,
right by my side. And I think that was a struggle with Sam and Priscilla. I think I don't think this was a 3-week issue. I think they had been married
right,
for 15 years at the time when the show got started at its inception. And it's ironic because Taja B. Simpson, um, Easter, who I should say, it's Taja V. Simpson Easter now, who's recently married. Um, we used to butt heads on this topic, and
Ah,
I understood her perspective. I completely understand it. But my point was, I don't think Sam is necessarily a bad guy. He's just frustrated, stressed, and has no outlet. He in a sense,
Right.
he feels to me, he seems like Andy Dufresne from
mm,
something else, right? It's like from another project. It makes me think, okay, he's in this situation, he's stuck. He wants to be with his wife. His wife won't talk to him. She talks at him.
mm.
She talks to everybody else. And I think over time he started to feel like, well, maybe she doesn't care. He's trying to fight for the relationship and the marriage, but I feel like he feels like he's fighting alone. And I know a lot of brothers
Mm.
that feel this way. I understand the sisters are going through too.
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's right,
Right.
but I think we have to
Mm.
just find a balance where we say, well, okay, it can't just be this way. We have to have a give and take in order to make it work together.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I understand that perspective, but Sam need to get him a hobby instead of messing around with Victoria. I'm just saying. But I do I do I still somewhere in me I still have respect for the character of Sam, because I'm like, when is Sam gonna be able to get some sleep? Because if it ain't something going on at the White House, there's Richard calling him with his shenanigans, Nancy calling him with even more shenanigans, then you got Lena way back in season 5 just calling with
Right.
some stuff, like, and betraying you and just doing the most. And so, I understand. I'm like, if maybe because this your character Sam reminds me of, I think it was If Loving You Is Wrong. There was another character, I could be getting the show
But
mixed up,
it's,
but Lucius
oh yeah,
Lucius
Ava Parker Jones. Yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
And Lucius,
yes,
yes.
he was never able to get any sleep. And I'm just like, Tyler Perry, if you let the man get some sleep, maybe
We can think
he'll,
right, right?
come out doing something a little bit
Yeah,
different. He can
yeah.
think straight. But he's always awake. So I still have an ounce of respect for Sam. Now listen, I got a
Yeah.
question because Jay and I, we had a whole
Yes, we
argument
did.
about this
Here we
this
go.
moment. There was a moment where Sam basically got jumped by Priscilla's goons. And see,
Mm.
that moment for me reminded me of, if I go call my brothers and tell them my husband or my significant other did something wrong, they coming to handle the business. What was your thoughts? And when you read that in the script, what were your thoughts? Like, what was it like? Is it justified, or is it like, come on, TP, you doing too much?
Well, it's interesting because I've seen this growing up, like, right. It's
Mm,
interesting because from the perspective that the way I looked at it when I read it and even to perform it, it's I never allow Walter to get in the way. Like, right. The only thing that's important to me in that moment is what is the truth under these imaginary circumstances, and let me play what's right in front of me. And Taj is great in terms of using her natural chemistry and ability because she's a wonderful actor and artist. And so it's really not too much work when we're performing it. We're just
right,
listening and reacting to
right,
each other and just being in the moment. I think being jumped by the brothers, like I said, reminds me of others, like when I was growing up, because somebody didn't like the way you said something to them, like, right. No matter how disrespectful
right,
they are to you, everything has a capacity as far as I'm concerned. You got a 12-ounce cup. You feel a little more than 12 ounces, it's gonna start to make a mess. If you want to keep pouring, it's gonna make a big
right,
mess. So there's a limit to everything. And I think we get used to seeing Priscilla being this strong, independent, hardworking Black woman, which is commendable. But at the same time, she doesn't allow Sam to lead, in my opinion. And so when Sam reaches his capacity, he breaks. There's an argument. Why? Because he listens to her, but she's not listening to him. She listens, but she doesn't listen
right.
to hear. And so I think what ends up happening is we both become emotional.
Mm.
It's like now Sam is
Yes,
following Priscilla's lead, and becoming the emotional basket case in this sense, and they both fall, and then we both end up in the
Right.
pit of pitifulness. And so she gets to justify why she gets to have me jumped and beat up, even though she was disrespectful.
Right.
But the abuse goes both ways. You know, it's like you
True.
can beat a dog so long, and it's gonna start to growl back at you. You know, and so I think there's
Yeah.
more consideration even for others in a dog than it is for Sam. And so I can't get in the mind of why Priscilla would do something like that, especially to her husband. It'd be one thing if I were her brother, or I mean, not her brother, like a boyfriend, and she got her brothers or something
Right.
like that, or someone who was really dogging her out. When you think about it, like, right, the season, all these seasons, Sam, he messed with Victoria, but Victoria was the aggressor.
Yes.
Yeah.
She backed Sam into a corner, and Sam, I don't think really wanted to do it. I think there was a point where he was just like, but I'm frustrated. Like you said, I'm overworked. I'm stressed. I have no outlet. I don't even have time for the gym really. And my only real solace and peace is my wife or a woman. And being that I can't get it with my wife in that moment, I think Sam, because like you said, he was discombobulated in terms of his thinking and malnourished.
Yeah.
You ain't being fed at home. Someone offer you a cracker, you bound. You might say no 1,000 times, but at 1,001 time, you might be like, yeah, give me that cracker. Why?
Exactly.
Because I'm hungry.
That's
I'm
right.
hungry. Like, how
Yeah.
long do you expect me to
Yes.
go without eating? You want me to die here? And I think Sam was just thinking about his own
Mm.
situation to try to at least be able to get a relief and so he could do his job and still serve. Because, like you said, everything comes through him.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
said to Priscilla, aka Taja, we had her on.
Yeah.
And I said, I had a major problem with you having Sam getting jumped like that. I thought
Yeah.
that was extreme. And she
Hmm.
admitted, Priscilla, of course, Tasha admitted it was pretty extreme. And I
Right.
agree with you, bro. You speaking the truth. If you were just a boyfriend, okay, I understand. This is your husband right here. All right. It's
Hmm.
just words going back and forth. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's being a little aggressive. Yeah, I totally agree with everything you just said. And that's why I felt it wasn't right
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
jumped like that. Okay. You
Yeah.
held your own though. You held your own. you did, I was like, man, like I
I
felt
took
like
that.
jumping
I
in the
took that
screen to
butt.
help you out, bro.
I took that butt whooping like a man.
You did, bro. You did. And then you held your
Ye-
own later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you Sam was good until he told her to now go home and wash my
yeah,
clothes.
that
He was good until he did that. He
And
was
listen,
good.
I'm gonna
He
give
was
y'all an
good.
inside tip, right? Because when we were shooting the scene, that was not something that was written.
oh,
No, it was not in the script. We were in the scene. After the scene was pretty much over, and I'm about to walk out the door. Tyler says, "Now tell that to go home and wash my clothes." And I said, excuse me? Yeah. Say it. I said, what do you want me to say? He said, no. Get home and wash my clothes. And I said, oh God. I said, you really want me to say that? Yes. And so that's the only reason why it was in there. It's Tyler's like, oh, this would be good. And so it obviously, was, and it affected
yeah.
it
It
affected the
worked.
audience, and they were like, oh no, he didn't. And then
Yeah.
some
We
people were
all
like,
was
well,
like, whoa.
about time, Sam got some cojones and put
Yeah.
his foot down. So it goes both ways.
Yeah. I mean, I like those times when you do stand up for yourself, but then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, is he gonna get in trouble now?
I know,
Right.
right? Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to get to was I was rooting for you when
Mm.
you came to the door
Mhm.
and you pop Bobby in your chest. I was like,
Bobby,
yes,
baby,
sir.
yeah.
Now again, we didn't know if they was real or rubber until the next episode, but I was like,
Mhm.
yes, Sam, go get your woman
Yeah.
from this guy, man. Get up out of there, man. So that scene right there, like, how did you prepare for that scene? How'd you feel about that scene? Were you like, okay, am I really gonna pop him? Did you have questions about that?
No, I mean because like it's Bobby baby, right?
Yeah.
And we know. I mean, deep down inside, y'all knew Bobby baby wasn't going anywhere, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Bobby wasn't
I
going
really
nowhere.
didn't want to hurt Bobby. I just wanted to scam and let him know, that I'm not playing. This is my woman. You was known as an F boy, and I
that's
know it's
right.
part of your job. But you're not serious, man. Play with anybody else, but not mine. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah,
any man would do that, that loves his
yes,
wife.
yes, sir.
Yes,
But I
that's what I'm
did get some
talking about.
gratification out of, feeling
I
like I
know you
popped
did.
them.
We all did, man. Like, come on, man. You gonna mess with my man
Yeah.
wife? Like, come on, dog.
Right,
Nah,
right,
not she
right.
not the one. Not
That's it.
don't mess with Sam wife.
That's it. That's it.
Listen, for those of you that are tapping in and tuning in, we are here with the Walter
Yes.
Fauntleroy, the one and only Sam Owen from Tyler Perry's
Yeah.
Ruthless. Drop your questions in the chat so we can, if you have any questions for him, drop them. While he's here, we got a little window, but we are so
Yes.
grateful that the one and only Mr. Walter Fauntleroy is
Thank you.
here with
Thank you.
us.
Thank you.
Now, absolutely. I want to go back just a
Mhm.
little bit to your past, some of your past works. And one specific past work that I do recall is this one. And this is where I recognized your face because soon after that moment, it was the
Mm.
Oval. So let me just play this clip real quick and now we're going to come right back.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Real quick. He was okay. Let me get it back.
That is
Let me
so
get it
funny.
back. Yeah.
The-
But stage plays, how did that even come about? Being a part and that for those of you that have never seen that particular play, that was Medea's farewell
Yeah.
play. So how did that even come
I'm gonna
about for
tell
you?
you, it came about at the end of 2018. I'm gonna try to be real quick about this. I remember at the beginning of that year, I had a goal, and there was a lot of things that happened for me. I booked a few shows, did a movie, um, and it was a good year, but I was way short of my goal in terms of the finances and opportunities that I wanted to achieve. But I was like, but God, right, right. Because the year before I lost my job, I was fired unjustly, in my opinion. And I ended up not having a job for about a year. I had never been unemployed before in my life, and I had a family out here in Los Angeles trying to make it, man.
Right.
And I figured, God, you brought me this far by faith. I just have to trust you. And so
Right.
it got around to about November, Thanksgiving, and I thought, oh my God, it's about 30 days left, and I'm way short of my goal, and I don't know what's going to happen. And I was in discouragement, honestly. Um, and it was about 2 weeks later, I got an audition for the Medea Farewell Tour. And I
Wow.
thought, oh my God, well, I'm I'm not a singer. I know I've never done the Chitlin circuit before. I have a theater background. I've done Shakespeare. I've done regional plays, contemporary plays all over the world, in Europe and in New York. And so I had that experience, the regular, theatrical experience behind me, but I had never done a Chitlin circuit before. And I didn't even know that that's what it was called until I got with Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios. Um, but they brought me in for an audition, and then for 2 weeks, I didn't hear anything. And I thought, oh my God, nothing. I guess I didn't get it. But out of the blue, I think it was a Tuesday or Wednesday morning around the 16th to the 17th of December. I got a notification from my manager, Tyler Perry. They want you to audition for a callback. I was like,
Wow.
what? Yeah. So then they put me on a plane from Los Angeles to Atlanta. I was basically up for about 42 hours because I was just so excited, and I had to leave out that night at about 11 o'clock, and I was on the plane for about 6 hours and just studying the entire time because I knew the next day, that Thursday, I had to do my audition. I ended up going in. I booked the play. Then I got home. I was like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus, and Hallelujah! I'm good." So even though I didn't meet my goal, God, you fulfilled it with this. This is good. This is
That's
good. This
right.
is good.
Oh yeah.
And so I got home. It was a Friday morning. I went to bed about 5 o'clock that morning because I was still on a high. And I turned my ringer off and everything. I was like, I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm just gonna focus on this play. About 11 o'clock, my wife busts in the door. She was about 10 minutes up the street where her job was. She busts in the door, baby, you gotta get up, get up, get up, get up. Kim Coleman, they need to see you for the Tyler Perry. They want to audition you for the thing. And they didn't say Tyler Perry at first. I was like, okay, but I can't do that. I'm gonna be on tour. She was like, no, it's for Tyler Perry. You got to get there. And I was like, huh? I was like, oh, okay. So I just got home. I just seen him.
Right.
Yeah.
So I go to Kim Coleman. I do the audition for A Fall from Grace.
Mm.
So I get to
Mm.
go do A Fall from Grace. I
Mm.
get A Fall from Grace too. They put me in A Fall from Grace.
Yep.
So literally,
Yeah.
I booked the play around the 17th or 18th of December. I'm back in LA, and then that Tuesday, I'm in LA. I'm in Atlanta filming A Fall from Grace. We shot that
Mm.
movie in 5 days. I don't even know how. Makai Brooks face roll all up. They had to move the days, weather, everything. They got it done.
Oh wow.
But the play, then I go back a week later after Christmas, after I finished shooting the movie right before Christmas. A week later, I'm in Atlanta starting the Medea Farewell Tour, January 1st, 2019. We did
Wow.
that for 11 days. We got a little break. And then on the 18th, I believe, 16th to the 18th, we went out on a tour. And it was just a learning experience. Tyler told me from the beginning, he had this show in mind that he wanted to do called The Oval, and he wanted to put me in there, but he said, I got to get to know you. And, I got to get to know you, man. You got to get you out on the road and get to know you on the road and everything. So he got me out there, and it was an experience, ups and
Mm.
downs, but it all worked out, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for Mr. Perry. I thank God every day for him.
Mm.
Sir.
Yeah, but the tour
Definitely.
was the tour was interesting. I saw you show a picture from the tour, the dance scene. Just so
Yeah.
y'all know, like we did that the second half of the tour when we went back out, and every dance I messed it up. I couldn't get that dance together, but it worked out on the tape.
It definitely worked out on the tape,
Worked out on
and
the
Definitely
tape.
did.
nobody would have known. And I
Right.
that song that y'all actually danced to was, of course, one of my favorites,
Yeah,
"Poison" by Belle
right,
Biv
right.
DeVoe. And so, as a Belle
BBD.
Biv DeVoe fan, you absolutely killed it because you got the
Thank you.
pose at the end. You got the poison pose. So I was like,
Hey, listen, listen,
okay,
and I gotta give a shout out to Anthony Lewis.
okay.
It's Tony Grant's son, the great Tony Grant from the Temptations. Y'all know him from Tyler
Yep.
Perry and
Yep.
everything. But Anthony Lewis, the young brother that was with the lead, I can't think Alexis's character in
Yeah.
the he helped me tremendously work on that dance. So I just got to give Anthony Lewis a shout out.
Well,
Salute. Salute.
shout out to
Thank
Anthony
you,
Lewis.
Anthony.
Okay, shout out to Anthony Lewis. He's actually, I've been seeing him on some of the Country Wayne skits.
Yeah,
So y'all
Mm.
head over to the Country Wayne skit if y'all want to see Anthony Lewis. He's doing his
yeah.
thing right now as well. So salute to him. I love that. I love that interaction. It seems like sometimes when people are out on the road with other actors, for a long period of time, they kind of tend to get, close enough to where they can actually get along, because you're so used to sleeping at home and being in your
Hmm.
bed, but now you on the road and hotels and buses and flights and all this other stuff going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you ever go back out and do it, the stage plays again, if you had the opportunity?
I would never say no to anything. It depends on the opportunity. I've learned in this business that it's important to always network and have relationships, establish those relationships. It's always a learning experience. But like you said, it was tough because like you said, you're on the road, you're sleeping in the tour buses, then you're on the flights. I actually started to enjoy the bus rides better because it just wasn't as much work.
Right.
And this is the tour buses just were very comfortable. But it was first class service all the way around. I'm grateful that I went out on that tour with Mr. Perry and everybody that was involved. It was just a tremendous experience because it was basically the height of his, ascension, in
Right.
terms of what he was
Hmm.
doing with the play. And then it was basically bye-bye. That's what we thought, right? So
Right.
it was the precipice of that, relationship with him and his playhouse audience. And so it was just top tier all the way around. I mean, he just showed us a whole lot, and he was Michael Jackson, and I got to be Jackie or somebody
Okay.
in the group. It was great. It was great.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So the Oval
Yeah,
blessing came to you. You are
yeah.
playing Sam Owens. All right. Now I got a little something here. Got a little
Oh
something
God,
here.
here he go.
Where
I
that
Here
mean,
at?
he go.
hold on, Tika. I wanted to, say
Oh, I gotta take my
congratulations to
glasses
you on
off.
that 100th
I
episode
got you. I
of the
got you. I
Oval.
got
You know what I'm
yes,
saying, my brother.
yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Tyler
Yes,
Perry
sir.
Studios.
Yes, sir.
But I
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to ask you, how did it
Mhm.
feel, brother, to hit 100 episodes. I mean, we're well over 100 now.
Yeah.
I
And I
mean, this
think
blessing
Tyler
came along. Now here you are, 100 episodes deep, still going,
still
not
going,
stopping.
still going.
How's it
And I
feel,
hope
brother?
Tyler goes for 300. I'm just listen. I'm grateful to serve because I've been in this industry a very long time, and like I said, I was getting discouraged.
Yeah,
It felt like some doors were opening and then they were closing. And all I could do is to do the best I can do. I'm gonna be Walter Fauntleroy. But
yes.
because I see people change sometimes when you start to get some good fortune, and
Mm,
it's important to me for me to remain as humble as I can and as centered and grounded as I can. I love to serve. You see what I'm saying? And to be able to serve in this way is just tremendous for me. I like to see people win. I'm like to be inspirational for people. I like to motivate people. Like what you do does not scare me. I don't become envious and jealous in that way because it's a team effort.
Right.
You know what I'm
mm,
saying? If it was an individual sport, I might feel a particular way. I might be like, well, I'm the greatest, like Ali or something, right? Float like a butterfly, sting like a
seem
bee.
like a
But
bee.
in terms of a team effort,
Yeah,
I can't play your position. If you the quarterback and I'm the running back, I can't pass the ball. I expect you to pitch it and hand it off the way you need to. But in your position, I want you to be the very best because if you could pass well, that opens up the running game for me.
right.
If you were on the side cheerleading, then that's fine. I could be on the side cheerleading. It's fine. When the defense is on the field, if I'm on offense, I'm gonna be cheering them on. I'm gonna be trying to motivate them, inspire them. And I think with this kind of situation, this ensemble core group that we have, I think there's an understanding of okay, it's a team effort, at least from my point of view. And it's no one person greater than the team.
Yeah,
Right. That's right.
We are the oval. And I mean, if we're gonna be competitive, I think the best thing we could do is be competitive with ourselves and try to get the best out of us so that when we step on the field come game day, we not just giving up, okay, well, this ain't no big team, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it easy tonight, do that, low management stuff. No, no, no. I'm going out there, I'm gonna try to serve the people with excellence every time out. And so I'm just grateful to be able to serve in this way. The 100 episodes, let's get to 2, let's get to 3 and just keep it going as far as I'm concerned. And
yes,
if I could
sir.
serve in any other capacity, I could. If someone needed me to hold a boom mic or be a grip person,
That part.
wherever I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to go and grow and continue to serve in any capacity that I can. Of course, I always want to be in front of the camera, but I don't want to just get stuck there. I want to get behind the camera too at some point so I can, serve in that way and tell the stories I want to tell as well through this, this infrastructure that we use in terms of cinematography.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
so young Walter, when
Mhm.
young Walter was coming up,
Yeah.
did you ever imagine that you'd be here, or was there another career or something else that you were trying to do when you were super young?
No, as far as I can remember, back when I was 4 or 5, my dad was a military man, a Korean military man. So I was in Japan, Okinawa, Japan. And I remember seeing the kids on TV. We didn't have Sesame Street over there, but we had a base program that was like Sesame Street. And kids used to
Okay.
be on this, and they get on there and they say, "Hi, what's your name? My name is Timmy. Hi, what's your name? My name is Melissa. Hi, my name is Sandy. My name is Tom." And so we went through that, and I was like, and so then you get to some guy and they say, "What's your name?" A girl, and they say, they freeze up like deer in the headlight.
Mm.
They wouldn't say anything. They got scared. And I was like, look at those kids. Man, one day when I'm on TV and I get to be on that show, I was dreaming about it then. Man,
Mm.
I would never do that. So one day we got on the show, me and my brother. I was like, oh, wow, so excited. Got on the show, came around. Hi, what's your name? Tom. What's your name? Candy. What's your name? Timmy. What's your name? Reggie, my brother. They got to me. What's your name? Froze. Froze up, man. I
Uh,
froze up. And I think that it haunts me to this day. And
mm,
I think there's a part of me that's still trying to, heal that little child. I knew I always wanted to grow up. I only had two dreams in life, to be an actor and to have a family. I
mm,
achieved both of them, and no matter what happens now, it was a goal reached, and I'm proud of the fact that I was able to do it. But I ran for me for a long time.
mm.
I grew up, I really wasn't acting. I was a truancy kid. I was always in trouble at school. I was the kid in the third grade when they told me about Christopher Columbus discovering America. I was like, wait a minute. No,
Mm.
that ain't right. I was living in
Mm.
Jersey. They came over. I'm thinking they come over my house. I get the closet or the basement. Nah, somebody was here. So I stopped believing in the educational system in that way a long time ago. I'm a very learned individual. I'm always studying to this day, but I don't look at the system for answers. I look to God and within myself and
Man,
to, my own experience to be the guide and the beacon of life for me. And so that's just the way I approach it, at the
wow,
end of the day. I
wow,
hope I
wow,
answered
wow.
that. I forgot the question because I feel like I went on a tangent.
That's all right. Now,
You
you gave
answered
it to
it.
us. You gave it to us. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it reminds me of, how when Michael Jordan got cut from the basketball team and how that kind of stuck with him. And now he's the greatest basketball player of all time. And now we see you,
Hey, I
Sam.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You know,
Michael Jordan.
I mean, we got to show
Listen,
love. We got to
I'm
show,
doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. I can't jump from the free throw line and
Eh,
dunk it yet, but it's coming. It's
got you.
coming.
But you absolutely are a
Thank you.
professional, and
Yes.
I wasn't gonna say this, but I have to say it because I had the pleasure of witnessing it for myself. I did a little background situation where it was the scene was where you had to let Richard know that his son was unalived, and you were trying to stop him from going over there to the body. And well, I was the CSI agent, and I was not supposed to be
Look at
looking,
flexing.
but I couldn't help but look because the acting was like so realistic to where I'm like, girl, you supposed to be paying attention and acting. You're not supposed to be getting
Mm,
emotional right now. But the acting was so
Thank
good
you.
that you guys were literally giving it. So where did you get any formal training, or you just automatically just picked up the skill of acting here and there? How did you even get into the acting
Well,
world?
I've always been the actor, I guess, because it's like when I was a kid, I always wanted to do it. So I would
Right.
be the kid in class that was making jokes, being disruptive. I lived in the principal's office. Listen, I got suspended in the first grade and kicked out as a senior. I just wasn't, yeah,
Oh
it was,
wow.
I was the, listen, if you knew my background, it wasn't so pretty. I was the kid that people
Right.
thought, oh, he's gonna be dead or in prison, especially during the time when we were coming along. I'm a nice guy, but I wasn't so nice back in the day. I was nice, but I was just, I grew up, I'm from Philadelphia, and I lived in Jersey
Okay.
for about
Okay.
6 or 7 years.
East
And
Coast.
so, yeah, a lot of that influence was on me very, very early because of where I lived. And so I had a lot of
Right.
fights, growing up. And so I was known as a kid that people were scared of, even though I was small, but I just didn't take anything from anybody. It's just the way I was raised. And so I wasn't afraid to be hit or hit back. I didn't want to, but it was a part of my development in terms of who I am as a person. And it still affects me to this day. It's still things I'm trying to grow out of. So when I see even like young people that look into that life like it's cool or it's something that they're attracted to, I'm like, no, 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 no. And that's part of, I think my
Mhm.
life is twofold. It's to say, listen, I feel like God has allowed me to walk this path so that I can be an inspiration and motivator to people that are like me, that people have written off, or that was
Right.
I grew up abused. There was a lot of things that I went through that I still have to overcome. But at the end of the day,
Mm.
I had always been the actor, and so I was a network administrator working for GTE, and and then became Verizon. And I just thought I had kids, and I was like, well, what do you want to be? What do you want to be when you grow? What do you want to be? What do you want? Where you going to school? Where you going? You going to UNC? Where you going? You going? What school you going to? All those things you do as a dad. And it started to
Right.
hit me because I was successful in my career as a network administrator,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and people just thought, "Oh man, you got this great job." Like, I worked nights, and it was a lot of introspection for me. And so I asked, speaking to God, like to myself, and asking questions to say, "Well, is this what I'm really supposed to do?" I'm starting my career, and a lot of the guys I work with were retiring, so it made me think about my end game. And I looked down that path, and I thought to myself, "Well, is the road I'm on now going to lead me to where I want to go?" It's going to lead to success because I believe whatever I do, I'm going to be successful at it because I'm going to work hard and be diligent, persevere. I'm not going to quit. But I'm like, is this the life I want to build for myself and the legacy I want to leave to my sons? No. So that wannabe became, no, you're not wannabes, because we're wannabes where I come from weren't cool. Y'all are gonna bees.
That's
That's the
right.
revelation I had. And so
Right.
I was like,
That's
okay, if
right.
I can't do it for myself because I'm afraid, like on that show, I can at least do it for them.
Yeah.
So I said to myself in my quiet time, Lord, if it be you bid me to come. And it was like it was a test of faith. It took me 2 months to make the decision, but I finally put in my papers and left my career. People thought I was crazy.
Mm.
And it was reckless. I wouldn't want my kids to
Wow.
do that because you think about it.
You took a
But I was like,
chance.
if I'm gonna do it, now's the time. Because
Take
if
the
I
leap
do
of
not do
faith.
this now, it
Hmm.
will never probably come around for me again. And they will hate me because I will be a resentful man. And that's
Mm.
not what I wanted.
Mm.
And so I said, Lord, I
Right.
got to lead them. And that's what I've done. It wasn't a me thing when I started my career in this way. It was a we thing. I had already
Right.
been acting, doing theater. That's probably where I got the most knowledge. I worked with a gentleman by the name of Akeem Babatunde. You
Mm.
guys know Oba Babatunde from the
Yep.
Dorothy
Yep.
Dandridge and Life and
Right.
Mm-hmm.
different things, the Temptations. His brother, I met him in Dallas, but he's from New York, Brooklyn, New York. He came down from Trinity Rep years ago when I was in Dallas. Tosha Story, the woman on the show who plays Nancy, was in his theater company called Vivid, the Vivid Theater Company at the Dallas Theater Center in Dallas. So I had known Tosha years before we even worked on the
Wow.
show. And so we had the same mentor. Akeem ended up becoming my best friend for years. And so I had learned a lot just soaking it up, just being around him, working with him, doing theater all across the world, all over the world. That's where I really got my education. We can't really use, I can't utilize that as much as I like on the show because you got to remember we do the 22 episodes in 10 days.
Right.
Right.
So I just use a lot of the theater in terms of the technical, like when you do tech. So those beats, I use a lot of that as little diamonds and beacons of light to get through. Because otherwise, if I didn't have the theater experience, I don't think I would have been able to do the show like with all the pressure and the time. It would have just been too much.
Man,
Mm.
see,
So I
I knew I
always done
liked
it.
this guy. I knew I
Yeah.
liked this guy because I'm from New York.
Okay. All
So
right.
when you mentioned Jersey, Philly, I'm like,
Right.
I knew there was something
Yeah.
deeper than Sam.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
that,
That's
bro.
it. Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
that. We recognize each other when we see
That's
each other.
it.
That's
That's it.
how it is, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you,
One
bro.
love. One love. Wherever we are, it's one love.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, your career is very extensive. I could go on for days and days, but I want to see. I have one particular show, or it's a YouTube. It's the special on YouTube. It's like a lot of the YouTube shorts by the name of Rachel from New York. Do you remember your
Rachel from
character
New York.
in Rachel from New York as Donnell?
Rachel from New York. That sounds very familiar to
Mm,
me.
Well,
going
let me
back.
tell you
Who?
what Donnell did to Rachel, because Rachel was sitting there.
So long
Rachel
ago.
was single. She had newly single. She had just broken up with her boyfriend for about 5 weeks, and then she goes on this blind date with Donnell. Now, keep in mind, Rachel is about 5'10", and Donnell is like, I'm okay with, because he says I'm 5'6", and he's okay with dating taller women. He
Okay, I
says I'm
remember.
okay
Yeah.
with dating taller women, but she goes through this whole little thing, this whole little spiel about how she lied to her boyfriend about being pregnant, and then come to find out she wasn't really pregnant. But if you can remember, do you remember the last line that you really gave to her?
Don't. I don't. I vaguely remember. I got to go back and look over some of my own stuff.
Well, it was hilarious because he said, and of course I have it here. I didn't
Yeah,
I didn't bring the
got it.
video, but I do have the lines. He basically was telling her the truth of the matter. No one knows what's going on in a relationship except the people in it. So I don't judge. But after she says what she has to say, oh, you're so nice and you're so sweet. He says to her, my cat is sick. I gotta go.
We were in a bar or something, right? Was that the
Yes,
same
you
thing?
were in
Yes.
like a
Oh, I remember
restaurant
that.
bar
I
type
do
of
remember. I
scene.
remember. I don't remember the line though. And that was, I think, Jeannie Joe directed that. She
Yes.
was
Okay.
she was excellent. I remember because that was a last minute kind of a deal. I'm so fortunate some of these things that come my way.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you
Yes.
know, I don't know. I hope I don't want to belabor you guys too much, but Javon. Before me and Javon worked together years before we were on the show, and that's what I think helps our relationship on the show, at least for me. It
Right.
was like being a military kid, knowing I had seen him 10 years, almost 10 years prior when I worked with him. It was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just connect that relationship in terms of military and working in the White House together. Because we did Chadwick Boseman's director, Toya
Mm.
debuted Heaven, and
Yes.
Javon was a writer on that.
Yes. For those of
Yeah.
y'all that don't know Javon, that is Richard.
Richard,
Okay.
Mhm,
right,
Richard,
right.
yeah.
Richard, yeah.
Hmm.
Richard Halson. Richard Halson, that's right.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
listen, Jay, do you have any additional questions? Because you know Tika will talk all night long.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. You know, it's all good. It's all family here.
Yeah,
So going back to Sam, my brother, I mean, you're the go-to guy. And I just
yeah.
want to know your perspective and what is Sam thinking at this point? Because Sam has to cover up for Richard taking out his father. And Sam may have to cover up for Richard possibly maybe taking out Nancy. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
up to that part yet.
yeah.
But how does Sam feel to always have to come through? I mean, when you came through with the apron, I mean, brother, like I felt sorry for Sam. Like I'm always
Yeah.
like, dang, Sam is going through it, but he's always gonna be there. He's always gonna come through and be that guy. So
Mhm.
how is Sam feeling right now with Richard? You trying to calm him down? Like what is going through your mind at this point?
Well, it's like anything. That's my brother, and I see him spiraling. And the last thing you want to do is see him crash and burn. And so, main thing I'm trying to do is make sure Richard just pulls up. Just pull up, man. If nothing else, you can figure it out once you gain some altitude. But the way you're going now, it's not going to end well. And so, the main thing, I'm just trying to be that support system, trying to get through to him and talk to him and make sure that he's thinking clearly and just trying to be a guide, a beacon of light for him through this very, very dark time for him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do have to ask this question, bro.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell Sam that you caught Nancy in the bed with
Oh, Richard. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because
Richard? Sorry, Richard.
no, I think it's anything. It's you feeling it out.
Yeah.
I feel like I was gonna get around to it, but you, especially right then and when it was happening, knowing everything that he's going through, finding out about Picky not being his son,
Yeah,
Nancy
crazy.
running around with his daddy. It's just a heavy load. He's already got the weight of the world on his shoulders. And the last thing I want to do was, to prick him with the wrong thing to make him pop. I want to prick his heart, so that I can get in,
Yeah.
but I don't want him to explode. And I knew that if I told him, I think from the mindset of Sam that he would have definitely, like I say in the show, he gonna kill everybody in this damn house
Mm.
and maybe even himself. And that's the last thing I wanted to happen.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, right? You didn't want
No,
you didn't
not
want him to
not
kill a
not right
messenger.
then. I think it would have come around, but it was just like
Yeah.
we gotta let this kind of let me find the right time and the moment to break this to him, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to respect Nancy too.
Right.
That's my
Yeah.
sister.
Right.
I know this is very detrimental to their relationship, after
Yeah.
everything they've already been through. So it's just trying to be considerate of her as well. It's a lot that's happening. So,
Yeah.
like you said, Sam is the hub, and I knew that from the very beginning. I said there's a lot of spokes on this wheel, and I noticed it from the very first time I started reading season one. I said, "Oh wow, Sam is the hub. Everything is going
Hmm.
through Sam."
Yep.
And I said, I'm grateful for that. But I said with the time frame, I don't know this character. Um, but the only thing I saw mostly when I read the character was my dad and his military career.
Mm.
Right.
So I said, oh, if I could tap into that a little bit on some level and to discover, and it's always a discovery for me, then maybe I could start to make sense of the psychology of who Sam is and what he has to do to try to keep everything together.
Right.
Not only for just his friends and colleagues, but for the nation
Right.
as a
Right.
whole. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So Sam, I asked Priscilla this question when we had her on. All
Yeah.
right. And in fact, I said, you know what, you guys are going through it. You're not talking, she's talking past you. I mean, are we looking at divorce or what? Because I'm just like, you guys might as well just cut ties. I mean, I know you still love her, but it's just not looking like it's coming together, man. I mean, from your perspective, if you could write it, where is this relationship going? If you were to write the rest of it.
I would have write the rest of it. I think there's still hope, because I don't think that, like I said, what Sam did was right or justifiable. And Priscilla has every right to be very upset and hurt, but at the same time, it takes two. Takes two to
Yeah.
tango, and so we're both responsible here. I think we're one, and so since we are, we both have to look in the mirror and find ourselves again, and find that love that was reminiscent of how when we got together. Uh, but so I think that that's still possible. Now, according to Priscilla's character, I don't think she would be down for it.
Right.
And so if that was the case, and she's not down for it, and she's unforgiving, and or even forgiving but saying you can't move on, then I think then it's only right to go your separate ways, because I think in such a toxic relationship, it's only going to get worse. It's going to get more abusive, and more toxic along the way. And
Yeah.
that's the last thing you want for two good individuals. They're not bad. They're just in a dark place, making
Right.
some very poor choices. And when that keeps happening, oftentimes you got to cut ties with that, because I heard like somebody say, that's an actor. They said, if when you're good, you can't keep coming down to that bad level, or that dirt's gonna keep getting on you. Like
Right.
they're clean. If you're clean, your cleanliness is going to get on it. It's going to rub off on them. You'll get dirty before they'll. You see, and so it's just important to understand that if this is continuing to unfold in this way, we got to get goons and all this other stuff and take you out. It's just best to just say, let's just get a divorce. And I think Sam says that in one of the episodes earlier in the season. I think it was episode 3 or 4. It's like he says, I want to just get an effing divorce already. I'm tired of this. you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
one
So
thing
they go.
Taja did do is she did remind us that it was a short time frame,
that's
Yeah.
right.
based on how you guys filmed. So it was like a short time frame from where everything actually happened with Sam and Victoria up until the moment where they are now. So it's still relatively fresh. And they gotta, it's something like you said, it's just something they've got to get through.
hmm
But before I let you go, I do have a couple of comments from the chat that have, just have a couple of things to say.
Oh yeah.
Um, Jayla Willer said, "Hey Sam, my crush." Okay, Jayla
What's up?
Willer,
What's
you
up?
got your moment. We love Sam now. Don't get it twisted. We
Absolutely.
get mad at Sam, but we love Sam.
Thank you,
Helen
thank you,
Holloway says, "I love you, Sam. You're my favorite. You're my
mm,
favorite. Priscilla's not
thank you.
going anywhere. She just wants you to beg, but she getting cold blooded when she burn your clothes. But if you want her, work for it."
Work for it. I got you. I received that. I received it. I received it. It's not going to be easy to win her back. So we'll
Mm.
see. We'll see how the writers write it, and we'll see how everything unfolds.
And she a tough cookie, bro. But
Tough cookie.
Sam again, he always got that hope in his heart. That's why I like Sam. You know what I mean? Yeah,
hmm
we human. We make mistakes, right? He made one mistake, but he's clearing everybody. He's holding down everybody. So
hmm
hope for you, man. I'm praying for Sam. I'm praying for you, man.
Yeah, he just needs one person to hold him down. Just one.
Right,
but
right.
not Victoria.
No,
Anybody but Victoria.
No, no, no. We know that. We know
not Victoria, not Simone,
that.
not Lily.
no,
No,
no.
no, no.
That's it. That's it.
But listen, Mr. Walter Fauntleroy, we are absolutely so grateful and thankful that you took
Yes.
out the time to come and hang out with us. If you have any new projects or anything that's up and coming, please let everyone know. And then also, please let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm working on some things now. It's not in the bag yet, so I don't want to jinx anything. But you can find me at Little Lord Faunt, LILFAUNT, on all social media platforms. Little Lord
Absolutely.
Faunt.
All
Gotcha.
right.
Well, thank you once again. I can say thank you forever and ever
Yes.
because you
Oh,
could have
thank
been
you all.
anywhere else, but you came through and you hung out with us for a long time. I didn't think we was gonna get you this
We
long.
appreciate
So
that, man.
I'm
we are
Yeah.
grateful.
so humble. We are so humbled by this moment, and we're absolutely looking forward to any and everything that you have coming out.
Thank you so much. And I just want to tell you both and your audience, your fans, thank you so much as well for having me. You've been very hospitable, and I appreciate all the inquiries and questions, everything that everyone had, and celebrating the show. I'm just grateful for all of you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Thank you, brother.
See you next go round.
God
Be safe
Yes,
bless.
out
indeed.
there.
Yes, indeed. You
Yes.
too.
Salute.
Blessings.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome
y'all.
stuff.
It
Awesome.
goes down. It goes down. You just never know. But
You
I'm
never
so
know.
humbled. I'm really so humbled.
Yeah.
I can say it 1,000 times.
Great dude. Great
Again,
dude.
these actors, you know what I mean? They could be somewhere else, but they choose to come and hang out with us. They give
Yeah.
us their time and their great conversation. And I'm just absolutely loving it all.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate the time, the extra time. You know, they give us a
right,
certain period of time, and
right.
the fact that they open up, which I
Yes.
appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Taja, shout out to Walter, shout out to everybody that comes through and hang out with us. But this is great. Because we gave him an opportunity to share, Sam's thoughts, and we got to get to know Walter a little bit more. So great dude, man. Great dude. Yeah.
Beautiful. So Jay, you got about 10 or 15 more minutes to wrap up the rest of the show. The rest
Hey,
of the recap for the episode.
yeah. I mean, any more thoughts is what you're asking me. As far
Well,
as
I got
that.
pictures. I got pictures. I
Oh,
play
throw them up
Pictionary.
there and let's get at it. Let's wrap this thing up.
I
Throw them up
play
there. Let's
Pictionary.
go. Let's
Okay, we
go.
saw this moment. We did see this moment. So let me get to the next one.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now this is the moment where she tells Hunter she tells Hunter that Donald is just gay, like he like men,
Yeah.
he ain't, and he's like, so he let him good tatas go to waste.
Right. Oh my God. I was dying laughing when he said that. Man, he let that rack go. She got a nice rack. That's Hunter. That line right there was this is Hunter. This is who he is. You know what I mean? I would expect nothing less, but it was funny as hell. The fact that he didn't know. That's the funny part. Like everybody knows, and even Priscilla's like, "Oh, honey, you didn't know?" Everybody knows. Like Kyle is his
Everybody except
lover.
you.
He ain't paying attention to that. That's Hunter, man. That's Hunter. He just like getting booty in the White House doing whatever he doing. You know what I mean? So
That part. So then, y'all, this moment right here, he's trying to get Richard to calm down. Sam was like, "Calm down, don't put that phone down." He shows him the phone, and I'm sure it has the video or images of her just breaking up everything, just tearing up the whole house. Set it
Jeez.
off.
Man, I was like, oh my God, for real? You burning the picture of Richard and Barry? Yo, you losing your mind, Nancy. Oh, she crashing out.
Yes.
What else can you do at this point? Like, listen, I mean, if somebody came to your house, if somebody tore up your house and it's supposed to be your spouse and they burning like stuff that can't be replaced, you can't replace those pictures. You know, like, what are you doing? It's ridiculous where Nancy is right now. Yeah.
Right. Listen, P. Brunson had a question. I wonder if Sam ever cheated on Priscilla in the past. He has.
He has, yeah.
Taja B. Simpson, when she was here on our last recap, she let us know, Sam had did some dirt in the past. And so,
Right.
that's this second time around is not making it easy for her to just get over it.
Yeah.
So
that's why
that's why Jalen Willis said she's miserable. Well, that's why she's miserable. Like,
yeah.
He did it one time. She let him, she gave him a pass, and then it came back again. So
again, I want to ask everybody to just be honest with me though. Like, yes, it was wrong for him to do it, but was it wrong for her to hold back the goods from her husband? That's the question that nobody's really asking. Everybody's focused on the wrong. We get it. I'm not saying it wasn't right for Sam to do it, but was it right for Priscilla to hold back the goods that led him to have the blue balls and, be so easily tempted? So I want to ask everybody, their opinion on that.
well, that's she did try to give it to him, but the way she tried to give it to him was like, okay, how much time we got? Come on and get it. Like she did try to give it to him, but he didn't want it. He was like, I need at least an hour. And so that was the last time she offered it.
He must have been backed up for a long time. He probably ain't getting none way before he attempted to get some.
He said 3 weeks. It's already been 3 weeks.
It's already been 3 weeks. You've been holding it out 3 weeks. I've been working. You've been working. You know what I'm saying? So, like, are we are we really going to just hold him only responsible for that act? Yes. But are we going to go to the source of what led him to being easily tempted? Like if she gave him some, then he probably wouldn't be easily tempted by Victoria. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So again, I'm
I
not
mean, I
defending
get
the
it.
act.
I get it. Two wrong don't make a right, but I get it. You know,
I'm still not defending the act. Like he shouldn't have hit Victoria at all. But
no. She should have bought him. I don't know if you ever seen on Fatima where
oh God, here we go.
where Fatima bought Zach a toy. It was a PU.
Yeah.
She bought him that toy and he went to work because Fatima wasn't getting none. So he went to work.
Tyler wrote it in that, but didn't write it in this.
Yeah, he should have gave him a toy too.
No, Priscilla should have gave him an hour to get his rocks off. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's always gonna be a yes or no, or right is wrong. You know what I mean? So
yeah, right is wrong.
It's about perspective. And him doing it is not gonna save his marriage. So he won't be getting under that ill nana anymore. But we see our girl Lily, and she tells Alonzo, get me a car. And he's like, didn't they set it up for you to have a car? Like, you ain't even supposed to be leaving. You're like, but she's just dragging everybody because she is, at this point, she is sauce. Like, she ain't a little bit drunk.
Done. She is done. I think she went back in the kitchen, got a little bit more. Like, I think whenever she leaves, wherever she's at, she goes back to the kitchen to take more shots.
Yep.
Because this part right here, hilarious. Oh my God. Like, she was dragging Victoria. Like, you still got that in you. You still got that bitchy arrogance in you. Like, I was saying it for her. She was taking her time because she's drunk. I was like, just say it. She's being a bitch. She still got the bitch in her. Yeah.
Especially after what she has just gone through. You would think that Victoria would have calmed down just a little bit.
Nah.
But Victoria was like, I'm still the damn devil. And that's just what it is.
I think after what she went through, it just made it even worse because of the way Hunter did it. Like, we got to realize that Hunter did his wife. That's still his wife. Even though she's doing wrong, that's still his wife. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So she claimed she wanted to have this conversation with Victoria, but she trying to go upstairs. Girl, do you not know if you walk up those stairs, you're going to get popped? Yeah. If you don't get somewhere and sit down, please somebody get Lily and take her home. Please.
She was all over the place, bruh. All over the place.
and then this moment happened where she thought, well, actually, Alonzo was there at first, and Victoria was trying to go up and see the president or go to see Hunter, and he was telling her, no, you don't want to go up there. You can't go up there. And then who pops up? Our girl Priscilla. What you doing?
Like, what you want? Where you coming from? I'm coming from seeing them. You know what I mean? What? Why? No, you can't go up there. Come on. You know. Oh, well, tell me what happened. I'll tell the president, ma'am. I'll tell the president. Okay. Priscilla is so in control right now.
She is.
Of every aspect right now. You know what I'm saying? On both levels. Talking to Hunter, talking to Eli. And like, there's no moving or shaking Priscilla at this point. Like, she is at a whole different level. She's no longer making sandwiches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. She's a key player.
Yeah, she definitely she playing her role, and so they're gonna make their way to go and see Eli. But the funny thing about it, if you look at Sam's face, he's just looking straight ahead. He's not looking at Victoria. He's like, I don't want no parts of what you two are saying at this point.
No parts, because he even said Priscilla, and she said Victoria. Like, she's always talking past Sam, which I'm like, dang, bro. Like, there's no getting through. Priscilla is not talking to you, bro. But let's talk about the funny part, right? She's like, oh, you're going to follow me. And she's like, no, I don't follow anybody. And she's like, well, what about Sam? I'm like, here we go again, boy. Priscilla can't let it down. She ain't never going to let it down.
Here we go. Right.
Here we go.
Right. So let's see. This is a not an oval question, but a family business New Orleans from Letitia. So are you okay with Marie getting with cousin Curtis because John held out way more than 3 weeks? That question is for you, Jay, because
Of
I'm like,
course,
hell
I'm
no.
not okay with none of it. Okay, I'm not okay with none of it. Don't think I'm okay with Sam getting with Victoria or Curtis getting with Maria. I'm not okay with none of it. Okay.
Right.
But it's the fact that you gotta always take. Okay, we're gonna keep these people accountable for their actions, but let's always look at the source too. Let's just not look at that one incident. Why did this happen? Where did this happen? What was the motivation to make this happen? I try to look at all aspects and not just, oh, well, he smashed Victoria, so send him to hell. Well, why did he smash? Come on. Let's look at everything. So that's the answer.
Okay, well, Pete Brunson says Victoria pretty much took it from him. I knew he had a chance to say no, but she was
Yep.
very, very persistent, and she was, and
Yep.
she got that man standing up straight,
And he was
he
hard
was
as a
like, all right,
rock.
F it.
Like, and she pulled the joints down. Like, we remember it as clear as day. Okay. So
Yep. So Bebe says Donald needs to let Lily go. Yes, he does. He's like literally at this point he's holding her captive. If you ask me, he because he want to save face, but at this point everybody know you gay now. So there's no reason for you to have a, as they call him, a beard. There's no
Yeah.
need for that. So
yeah.
let's see one more comment from the audience from Helen Holloway. Priscilla is wrong. There are too many women in the world. Women should take care of their men. If they keep them satisfied, they won't want to go anywhere. You starve, they will go to somebody else. That is not absolutely all the time true, Helen
I
Holloway.
agree to a certain extent. I look at all aspects and I understand what you're saying, Tika, and I understand also what this person's saying right here, because I mean it's true. If let's reverse the roles. Let's reverse the role. Okay, let's say it was Sam holding out. Okay, and Priscilla wanted it. Right? Is it wrong for Sam to hold out with his wife?
But what if there's a medical reason why she's holding
There's no
out?
medical reasons.
We don't know that. She's
There's
tired.
no medical
Hell, she
reasons.
said she was tired. Her iron might be low.
Again, I try to reverse the role. You still went back with
No,
no iron.
I don't.
You throwing stuff in there? No,
I don't
no.
believe it. For me, I don't believe in that. I'm just saying when Helen Holloway said
He did.
there are many women in the world who should take care of their men. If they keep them satisfied, they won't want to go anywhere. Listen, I'm just saying, I've been that woman, and
Yeah.
sometimes men are just not satisfied with one woman. It don't matter how many tricks you do,
That's
how
true.
many meals you cook, how clean your house is, how well you take care of your family, your kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes men and women are going to be selfish and just do whatever they want to do. That's
I can
all.
agree with
That's all.
that.
That's the only part. That's the only part.
Right. But again, going along with what you're saying and agreeing totally with what you're saying, we always got to look at both sides, and we got to look at all reasons and aspects, not justifying the wrong action. We're not justifying any wrong action at all. We're just trying to look at it from all aspects to say there is a cause and then there's an effect. Okay. On both sides, not just one side, not just, you know what I'm saying? There's a cause and an effect. I see a lot of projection in the audience, but let's continue on. There's a lot of projection. Listen, I want to say, because this is Women's History Month, right?
Yes.
Women International. I want to say, ladies, I love y'all. And we celebrate y'all not just this month, but I understand there's a lot of pain going on. And I'm sorry. I want to apologize on behalf of the men that have hurt you. And I'm not even playing right now. I'm dead serious because I know, listen, we've been hurt too. We as men been hurt too by women. So I understand what a lot of y'all are going through. And I see when we watch these shows, a lot of us kind of get stirred up. I know the emotions come up. It's like, man, this just reminds me of my situation. So I want to say, we're going to have fun with this, but I'm sorry y'all went through that. And we're going to get through it together, all right? We're going to get past this. We're going to find new relationships if we ever want a relationship again, because some people don't even want a relationship at this point, right? Because they went through so much hurt and pain. But we're going to get through it, all right? We're going to get through it. It's all right.
Respectfully. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay,
I'll give myself a hand clap.
for all the dirtbag men. But it is Women's History Month. Salute to all the women. Salute to all the queens that
Love
are
y'all.
out there doing their things.
Yeah.
White, black, yellow,
Love y'all.
green, whatever. Love
you.
all of y'all. Continue to do y'all things. Thank you, ladies, for leaving a mark in history.
Yes.
We absolutely appreciate you. Shout out to all my educators. Shout out to all my medical professionals.
Yes.
My attorneys, my judges, like all y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the things that you all are doing. Shout out to the women, the 50 plus women that we now have in Congress. Thank you, ladies, for doing what you do. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you can sit down somewhere, but all the rest of y'all, we appreciate y'all.
And all the boss ladies out there, the boss ladies that's running the corporations, let's not forget about them.
Yes.
Right? Running all networks and everything. Like, we love y'all, man, for real. Like, let's work together. Let's work together. Okay? Men and women coming together, especially our people, okay?
Absolutely.
Let's work
We
together.
definitely got to work together. With that being said, and we had to, because sometimes, like you say, Jay, some of these shows, sometimes they do bring out moments that we have actually had, like real trauma, and it's just a good conversation piece. So I love that, we're able to actually talk about, certain things that, that come up on these shows that kind of affect us as men and women and men. So cool.
It's understandable. We're going to get
now,
through it, though.
y'all.
Yeah.
To the shenanigans. Listen, Eli, and this is the highlight of this one right here. Victoria was in there trying to run it, trying to tell Eli what he should do, what he shouldn't do. We got to do this. No, honey, you can get out because you talking too much. Either you gonna stand here and listen to what I have to say, or you got to go. Did you have an emotional applaud for Eli finally somewhat putting Victoria in her place?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I mean, like I said, I said this before, and I don't know if you remember me saying this. There's nothing that Victoria needs to do at this point. She is of no use to us at all. She's just super messy. And she talking to Donald, right, about going upstairs. Look at her, shivering. She's just super annoying. There's no use for Victoria right now. So when Eli did that, I was like, yeah, Eli, shut her up. Like, go somewhere. Go sit down. You see that chair over there? You see over there in the left corner, right? Go sit down in that chair. Okay? Like, for real.
That part. And I was absolutely loving it. But Priscilla came down to let Donald know that, Hunter wants something. He actually wants to talk to Donald. And Donald at first was like, at first he was thinking, nah, I ain't going up there to talk to him. But then something snapped in his brain. It was like, okay, I'll go. Because I don't know if it was I don't know what triggered him to say, you remember?
I think it was Victoria, like, egging him on, like, oh yeah, you afraid, you scared. She basically calling him a chicken. Right. And he should have went with his first mind, but he was like, nah, I'll go. You know how people like, you scared. You scared. We know you scared. And they be like, I'm not scared. I'll go upstairs. Dummy. You should have went with your first mind, man.
That part. Yep. Victoria definitely be on one.
Yep. True.
All right. So let's see. Then we got the moment where he's stepping outside. He gotta let his boo know, hey boo, I gotta go talk to Hunter. Pray for
baby.
me.
No, my boo, you can't go up there, baby. This was funny to me. I was like, for real? And then he was like, I don't like drama. You causing the scene right now. I don't like that, right? Like, we know who's on top and we know who's on bottom. Oh God.
We've seen it multiple times.
Oh God.
You said it.
I did. But it was funny to see, like, Kyle really loves this dude, man. Kyle really is like, yo, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go, baby. Like, if we were to go a little bit further, he probably would have cried. Like, no, don't go up there.
Right.
He would have acted like, you already know.
They're a whole couple. They've
Jeez.
been kicking it for a long time.
Long
Way
time.
back in season one, he
Jeez.
told him he loved him. He told Donald he loved him, and he's sticking with that.
I mean, for you
Even
to
though he torturing Dale, he still loved Donald.
right. For you to risk your position to get busy on the Oval Office desk,
Right.
like you're crazy, dog. Like you're bugging. Donald bugging. All of them.
Listen. So y'all, we get to the final, pretty much the
Oh shit.
final moments, and we see our
Mm-mm-mm.
girl Nancy in the yoga
Psycho.
Buddha style, just
Psycho.
don't care. They're trying to clean up the mess, and she's like, just leave it there. Don't, don't touch it.
Psycho.
Leave it. Let me sit in it. She done snapped. But
Mm-hmm.
she ain't the only person that done snapped,
Oh
because
man.
Richard came in that door like a bat out of hell, and was like, I ain't never seen. Listen, first of
Never.
all, this is my reaction, and Jay, I would love your reaction on this moment.
Absolutely.
I never in my freaking wig braided mind thought that I would have ever seen Richard put his hands on Nancy,
Yo.
and he seemed like he ready to take her to the king.
Man. Your man came up in there like it was WWF, boy. He came out the curtain. He closed the door. He was like, "Rah!" He jumped on it. I swear. Man, this was wild to see. You know, again, are we going to justify this? I mean, I don't even know at this point. I'm just like, I knew this was coming. We told y'all. We knew he was going to crack. We knew he was going to lose it. We knew he was going to snap. And this is this very moment we've been waiting for. We heard about it a long time ago. We saw it a long time ago. Finally, we get this episode where your boy is just going nuts. And can you blame him? Can you blame him? I
Can't
mean, it's
blame
not
him.
right to put hands on a woman. We know. We just
Can't blame him
celebrating.
though, because he done told her.
Right.
He
Right.
told her, like, cut it out. Like, but my thing is this. I can't even justify any of Nancy's actions. I just wish that, and I'm not blaming Richard at all, but I'm just wishing that he would have said, okay, it's time to put her in the hospital somewhere. It's time to get her some more help, because she's unraveling. I'm unraveling. I need her out of this house. If it's in a home or fifth floor at the hospital, the psychiatric ward, crisis, somewhere, she needs to go back, because she ain't been right ever since number one, Pinky got unalived. Then number two, she went to that Rockadushi compound.
Yeah.
And wait, number 2.5, when baby girl Callie got snatched.
Right.
Then Barry got unalived. She tried to unalive herself.
Yep.
She should not have never came home as early as she did. And so I just, I know Richard, he snapped too. Every person has a breaking moment, but I just wished he would have put her in the facility or something.
Look, when you get to the point where you realize that the person that you've always loved don't give a damn about you, and they are destroying everything that you have built, everything that you have stored, and irreplaceable things like pictures with my son and pictures and my clothes. Yo, that's enough to drive anybody crazy. Would I put hands on Nancy? No. Would I do it? What he did? No. This is Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry wrote this. This is how it's going down. So we just going into it. We're not going to talk about right is right. We know this wrong.
Right.
But you are not thinking about, let me put her up. You are thinking, let me send her up. Okay, she want to do all of this. I mean, if it was anybody else, they be done.
Right.
Taken out. Like, you coming into my house, you breaking up, bruh. It's all of it is wrong. All of it is wrong. But doggone it, I can't blame him for being this angry at her. Okay, I can't blame him. You know? Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see. He said, our people don't, Smooth Attraction says, our people don't like to say that we have mental illness.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's true.
That is true.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's true.
We got mental illness. We got a lot of trauma that we haven't or don't want to deal with. We suppress it. We've been doing that forever. Black people forever. You know what? We don't got time to talk about these feelings. We don't got time to go see nobody. We got to go to work. We got to take care of these kids. I got 2 or 3 jobs. I got this, that, and the third. My kid is growing up, got to go to college, got to get their own apartment, got to do, like, I don't got time to be talking about my feelings.
Right.
And it's unfortunate because, other folks, I'm just going to say other folks.
Right.
Who, didn't have to worry about getting the 40 acres in the mule, right? Who come from generational wealth. They got all the time in the world. Go to a therapist. Go ahead. You don't got to worry about work. We already got that we already got the finances together. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. We as a people, we always got to worry about that. We always got to focus on that. We always got to work to take, nobody else going to do it.
Right.
We got to take care of these kids. We got to take care of this family. So we ain't thinking about ourselves, even though we should take some time to get the help.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, now we see that Richard has done what everybody thought he was gonna do. That was my first time actually seeing that happen.
Okay.
I never did see it. Somebody y'all kept talking about it happening in the trailer or something, but I never could catch it where it actually happened. And then for me to actually see it, I was like, damn, he did it for real.
So this is your real first reaction. This is your real first reaction.
Literally my real first reaction.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago too, and it was like, this is. I didn't see the whole scene. I just saw him jump on, and then long time ago they didn't show him walking in the door.
Right.
Where's she at?
Right.
You could see in his eyes he went nuts.
Right.
Like it wasn't Richard. It was somebody else.
Yeah, he snapped.
It was somebody else. It was the Richard, the Army veteran. That's
okay.
Like he was back on the field and on tour. He was on tour.
Let me read this last 2 comments.
Yeah.
Jalen Willard says, "I would have dragged Priscilla through railings in every table I see." Why Priscilla? Why you want to drag Priscilla?
Why you want to drag Priscilla?
I'll help me understand. Help me.
If you were Victoria, what you mean?
Yeah. Let's see. When she messed with Richard Savings' money pension, that was it. That's what did it. She saved some of it to live on crazy. Yeah. She ain't no telling what else she did with that money. I mean, it ain't no more money left. Like, we gonna have to wait. We gonna be living paycheck to paycheck now, Richard.
Bruh.
DeMarcus Vaughn, shout out to you. Thank you for tapping in.
Yo, like, think about that, man. Like, Richard has been working at the White House for how many administrations? How much you think, and it's for everybody, you too, Tika, how much you think was in that pension? How much you think was in that savings account? It had to be hundreds of thousands, maybe $500,000.
If not millions. Because, like, looking at their house, it doesn't look like it's nice, but it doesn't look like it's super expensive, which means to me that Richard was a smart shopper. He's a bargain. Like, he knows how to spend his money. He knows how to save it. And then also stocks and bonds. He had stocks and bonds and everything that she just sold, and I'm just like,
she just sold it, cashed it out, transferred the money, put it in the account,
making it rain.
I mean, that would drive me nuts, man. I don't care what. Listen, Linda. I'm not a violent person. I don't condone violence.
Right, I get it though. I get it.
I mean, think about it. You
same man snap.
Yeah. You think about this hardworking man at the White House, saving up for his son Barry,
right,
and for the granddaughter, right? And now both of them is out of here, and you go and spend. Come on, man!
All his resources.
That's crazy.
All his resources. Listen, shout out to DeMarcus Vaughn for the super sticker. Thank you. We absolutely appreciate it.
Salute.
Absolutely appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
It's going all is going well over here. All is going well. I thank you for your continuous engagement, DeMarcus. You
Mm-hmm.
always come with the thought
Always.
evoking questions. You always come through and you show your support. And on the real, I absolutely appreciate you for that.
Yeah, bro. You got to run it back, man. We had Sam from the Oval here. If you missed it, run it back.
Yeah, but listen, y'all, that was the end of the episode.
That's it.
That was the end of the episode. And I did go back and check, and we actually have 2 more episodes
On top of this one.
on top of this one. So
Oh,
we
wow.
have this was episode 9.
Yeah.
So we have episode 10,
10
and
and
11. And then we'll
Wow.
be out of here. So right as the last episode of the Oval is done, Ruthless is gonna be out the following day.
Yep.
Beauty in Black.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Beauty in Black is this week.
Beauty in Black is this week.
Raising Canaan, is it Raising Canaan this
Raising
week?
Canaan is
Jay?
this week, this Friday.
Oh my God.
Back
March
to back
Madness.
action. March Madness, like I said, we're gonna be going nuts, man. So 2 more episodes of the Oval.
Yes.
Man, next week, Ruthless comes back. We
Yep.
doing, family, remember, we are doing the final predictions next Wednesday
Yep.
before the next episode comes out for season 5B.
That's
So
right.
make sure you lock in with us, Tika, myself, Ruthless Roundtable. We're gonna be right here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
Absolutely.
crazy. You already know we
Absolutely.
got a lot of questions, man. We got a lot of questions, Tika.
Oh,
They
yeah.
saying your boy is gone. We gotta talk about that.
Ooh.
We'll talk about it
All
next
I can say is prepare to be sick of me.
Yeah, we going in. We going
Definitely doing Ruthless Roundtable.
Yes.
Definitely doing Ruthless
Conversations,
It's
yep.
gonna be Ruthless.
Ruthless.
Me and my girl EJ, we're gonna talk about Ruthless again, and
in. We all over the
man,
place.
it's just gonna be crazy. Listen,
Mhm.
everything. This whole month, and so with that being said, what are you gonna do first, Jay? What are you going to watch first?
This week, we I talked about it earlier when I went live. Definitely, we have to see the season finale of the Family Business New Orleans. That's number
Right.
1, because that's the season finale. Most likely, you're going to see a whole recap of that. It may be 8 minutes, like I did with the last one. It may be a little bit longer because it's probably going to be a whole lot going on in this one, on the season finale. So look out for that. I'm probably going to do a recap of that. But that's the first one I'm going to see. I'm going to watch, right? And then Beauty in Black. Man, listen, we're doing the first reaction to that. So make sure you come through for that. You already know, Tika, we're going to be going crazy with that.
I know.
And man, and then we're going to have Raising Canaan the next day. Man, so I got to do a first reaction to that. We going to be busy. This week, next week, every other week, and we still doing the Oval. Oh my God, this is gonna be wild.
Pray for us. Pray
Pray
for
for
us.
us. We got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna have fun though. We're gonna have a
Yeah,
whole
we're
lot
gonna
of
have
fun.
fun for sure.
And we may
Always
have some
fun.
more people come through, so make sure you lock in and make
Lock
sure
in.
you lock in with our membership as well. Shout out to all of our new members, right?
Yes, definitely.
Man,
Definitely.
Karima, Bebe, like, man, thank
Yes.
you guys. We appreciate y'all for real.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't gonna even talk about what we got coming up because Jay literally just said it all. We just said it all. We just talked about it all.
Yeah.
Y'all just stay locked in, keep rocking with us. We
Yes.
absolutely appreciate y'all. You never know who's going to come through on either of our channels.
Right.
You just never know.
Never know.
You just never know. And
Stay
God is
tuned.
good. God be allowing us to be in the space of
Yes.
these actors who are humble, down to earth. They don't
Yes.
mind taking out a moment of their time to come and chit chat with us.
Mhm.
So again, salute to Mr. Walter Fauntleroy for coming
Yes.
through and hanging out with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you, Miriam Walton. We're glad that you enjoyed this
Yes.
tonight.
Thank you.
And we have one more question from DeMarcus Vaughn for you, Jay, because he
Here we
already
go.
asked me this question.
Here we
Well,
go.
what do you think is worse? What would you say is worse, having trauma or being toxic?
He asked this question on one of my other videos too. I didn't get to it yet, brother.
So you gonna get back to him? Go
All
get
right,
back
so
with
you
him.
say, what would I say is worse, having trauma or being toxic? I mean, either one is just each part is worse, right? But I would say that having trauma, because having some trauma does cause toxicity within the behaviors. So trauma pretty much is the source of toxicity. So I would say having trauma is worse because it's going to lead to the toxicity. All right, there you go. Shout out to you.
Beautiful. I love it because that's what I said too.
All right.
All right then. All right.
Thank
All
you,
right.
baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
And A-Baby said she enjoyed this
Appreciate
great recap. Y'all loved it. Thank you.
love
Thank
y'all,
you. Thank
for
y'all
real.
so much. We love y'all. We love y'all
Yeah.
for the engagement. We love y'all for just coming out and taking out time and hanging with us because y'all could be doing anything else as well. So
That's
we
right.
just thank y'all so much. And we're definitely gonna, I'm sure we'll see y'all again sometime this week, but we'll definitely see you guys next week for another Oval recap.
Yeah.
Stay ruthless, y'all. Have an amazing night. We love y'all.
Love you.
Let's see if my hearts
Salute.
will come up. I don't know if my heart's gonna come up this time.
Did it come up last time?
That's something that it came up
Let me
after the
try
match.
it. Ah,
Oh,
mine
hey, iPhone, baby. iPhone,
Yeah.
baby. All right, y'all. We
Yeah.
out of here.
Salute.